Hello, my name is Andrea and welcome to today's webinar on the 1.6 enhancements and features made in Evolution. Some of the enhancements in this release are featured in the reports, statement workflow, appointment book and SMS modules. So let's begin by looking at some of the appointment book enhancements. The first of which is DNA appointments. So DNA appointments are now indicated in red font in the left navigation pane. Like so. This view is only visible if you are a provider with an appointment book. A receptionist and a practice manager will not have this view. Also, a new icon has been introduced in the actual appointment book. So I'll just go ahead and open up my appointment book, and it's this little icon over here. And what it does is if you have multiple providers opened up like so, by clicking on this button, it closes all the active books at once. The next enhancement occurs around SMS reminders. So we've now added the ability to cancel an SMS reminder for a particular appointment directly from the appointment book. So let's say, for example, we don't want a reminder to go out for our patient Chris Williams. All we have to do is highlight his name, right click, go into the SMS, and you can click cancel SMS if an SMS is sent. Mine is grayed out because the SMS hasn't been sent, so there is nothing to cancel. For users using SMS, we have also allowed the ability to create staff tasks from an SMS compose. So if I click in the home ribbon and try to compose an SMS, just put a patient up. So what we have done now is allowed a staff task to be generated with an SMS, so you can be reminded of a particular message that you've sent to your patient. Also, in the patient outbox, we have now included a multi-box, so you can actually tick all of these boxes and resend an SMS in one go. We've also extended SMS functionality over to the statement workflow module, so that's in your accounts ribbon, statement workflow. And I'm just going to go ahead and open one of the statements that I have. So users now have the ability to send patients their statement details via SMS. So if I just wanted to click on all my patients who had an SMS, I can either select all and go send SMS, or I can untick the ones that don't have a cell phone number, send those ones just by text, print the rest out, and so on and so forth. However, to use this functionality, you will need to first create an SMS document and then insert the template into the account group. So to do that, you would have to go into File, Options, Inbox, Outbox document, create your document in here by clicking on the New button. Once you've created your document, you then need to go into Accounting, Account Group, select the group, the type of group that this text message will go to. So this is typically your patient. And under the SMS template, you would go ahead and select the Outbox document you've just created. Because without this, your patients will get sent a blank template. The next enhancement is a feature a practice manager will benefit from, and that's in the claims preview section. So I'll just close these up and go into their claims and preview. So what we've done within the filter claims preview is allowed users to filter out all A3 claims with a 0 amount and only have claims with a positive amount showing. So automatically when you run your claims preview, it will exclude the 0 claims. However, if you want to include them, we have provided a tick box option for you to still have those showing. The next enhancement occurs in the new screening entry window. So I'll just go out here, the patient screening. We've allowed you now to print off a new screen entry, so you can pass this on to the patient if they want to see what their results are, how they're tracking. You can now do so by printing it off for them. The other enhancement occurs within the tools, and that's in your query builder. So what we've done within the query builder is previously you could only export and import a single query from your query store. We've now enhanced this and allowed you to export a whole folder. So if I click on that, it will export this entire folder to wherever I want it to go. The other enhancement is now we have added a make a patient active icon on the on the view sheet. So I'll just run a query for you to show you this. So in the data sheet view, if you select a patient, we've added the make the patient active icon. You click on that and it'll put them up on the palette, so you can go ahead and do further investigations around that patient from the query builder module. We will now look at Evolution's new module called the Read Audit. Now this module provides the ability to identify, read and view access of patient records. This feature will assist with potential privacy investigations or regular privacy audits. However, this feature will need to be added to your role to access it. So first I'm going to show you where you can find this, and that's under the help in the logs group. So if I click on the read audit, this is what will appear. It'll show you the date and the time, as well as the staff member, the patient they were viewing, and what screen they were actually looking at. So if you know that the staff Ian isn't supposed to be accessing the daily record of this particular patient, that information will be brought to your attention. So if you do not have this appear in your help ribbon, what you do need to do is go File, Options, Access Privileges, Role. Find your role. So let's say I'm going to add it to the practice manager or the clinical manager. And in the help, under you'll see read audit. You put a tick box in there and you add it over to the selected rights, and they'll now have that in their help ribbon. You must exit out of Evolution for these effects to take place. So the next module that I want to go over is the assistance tool. So what we've done is we've actually added an auditory notification to accompany the assistance sent out, and this will draw more attention. So when you send out an assistance, before it used to just pop up on your screen saying desk 1 needs assistance. Now this will be accommodated with a sound. We will now move on to the enhancements specific to the GP product. For users using our queue workflow, which is in the home ribbon queue workflow, we have now enhanced the confirmation shown when arriving a patient from the appointment book into the queue. So let's say, for example, this patient has an appointment at 4:30, but I also want to arrive him in the queue because he's here. So click on the queue and I'm going to drop him down. We've now enhanced the message. So previously, when you have a patient who has an appointment in the appointment book, it will arrive the patient into the queue and remove them from the appointment book. Now we've added it in an option that will allow you to arrive the patient in the queue without affecting their appointment in the appointment book, so it leaves it in the appointment book. So I'm just going to say add new, so you'll see test is over here as well as over there. The next enhancement occurs around the hold feature. So as you can see, I have someone on hold. If I click on that hold, it says that the status that they were in was the arrive. So if I release them from hold, they should go back to this arrival queue. But what we've done is we've actually given you 2 more options. So now you can actually move the patient to a waiting triage or to in treatment or with the doctor. So we've enhanced that feature. The next enhancement occurs within our CBIT module, which is up on your ribbon here. And what we've done is we've added 3 new dashboards. So in the dashboard, these are the 3 new dashboards we've added. So the first is the appointment summary, which provides the ability to view the status of providers, locations, appointment slots in a graphical format. So if I wanted to see all my providers, booked patients, DNAs, arrived, cancelled, and unused, I can tick all these criteria, define my periods. I'm going to say from September to today and click show chart. And what it will do is it will show me graphically how my providers are tracking in, and I can see there's a lot of unused slots. So you can actually see how many appointment slots are being wasted because patients are not utilizing those times. The other dashboard is appointment patient summary. So you can have 3 criteria to find out of. The new patient captures the count of patients who visit the practice for the first time. Old patients are patients who haven't visited the practice for more than 6 months, and recent, they've visited the practice in the last 6 months. So you can actually tick your criteria. You can tick if you want to know if they're female or male. You can even add a range, age range, and also you can select which providers you want to see. And I'm just going to define my periods again. And click show chart, and voila, here what this shows me is that Dr. Ian saw 2 old patients and 27 recent ones, whereas the specialist only saw 5 recent patients. The next dashboard is the financial summary dashboard. This displays invoices and payments generated for each provider, so this is really good for an accountant wanting to see how the practice is doing. So again, you can define your periods. Tick if it's invoice payments. The particular service group if you want to see what particular services are being used, your location, as well as your providers. And again, here it says that Dr. Ian has generated 8 invoices and 5 payments, so we can have 3 that are outstanding. This now concludes the end of the webinar. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you were able to take something away from this. Just to summarize, we touched on enhancements in the appointment book, SMS, statement workflow, claims, and query builder modules. Once again, thank you.